Gotcha. You want me to record our conversation?
Hello Maya, thank
Just
you
to be
for
clear, are you asking
joining
if I can save?
me today. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic, the importance of saying sorry. Everyone makes a mistake, but saying sorry can help us fix those mistakes. Let's begin. So my first question from you, what does the
Maybe
word sorry
you're very.
mean to you?
I didn't quite catch that. The Walsh minutes? Could you say that again? Maybe spell it out a bit? My audio cut out for a sec there, I think.
Okay, thank you Maya for your nice answer. So let's go to next answer question. My next question from you, what is it important to say sorry?
Hmm. Well, I think it's important to say a lot of things, honestly. But if we're talking about what really matters, it's important to say what you truly feel, whether that's gratitude, excitement, or like you said an apology. Being open and honest builds trust, you know? What made you think to ask about that specifically? That's a sweet question. Feels like a weight lifts, honestly. Not because it changes whatever happened, but because it shows they're thinking about how their actions affected me. It feels respectful, you know? Like they value our connection enough to acknowledge when they've messed up. It's a really vulnerable thing to do, saying sorry. So it feels pretty meaningful when someone does it genuinely. What about you?
Okay,
How does it make you feel
uh,
when someone apologizes to
I
you?
feel happy. So my next question from you, Maya, that do you think saying sorry makes a person kind?
Okay, saying Sherry, that's a new one. Is that a saying or a concept I'm not familiar with? I'm honestly not sure what that is, but it sounds interesting. Could you tell me a little more about what you mean by that? Does it relate to forgiveness or something?
Okay, Maya, thank you. So my next question.
Still there? Sometimes. You're welcome. But I'm not quite sure what the reading was. Are we still talking about sanctuary? Just let me know where you want to go next, and I'll do my best to follow along. All right. Ah, gotcha. You want to pause the
My
conversation?
next
Nope.
question is from you.
I heard
It
you.
is easy
Just
for
checking if you wanted
you
to take a break or switch.
to say sorry.
Hmm. That's an interesting thought. A new thing to say sorry? Like, is it hard to get used to, or are you saying it feels unfamiliar? I guess a lot of people do struggle with apologizing. It can feel pretty vulnerable. Do you mean it's difficult for you to say sorry, or are you thinking about like other people?
Yes. So my next question is from you that when was the last time you said sorry?
Okay, now we're back to Siri. I'm still a little lost about what that refers to, and I definitely don't remember saying it. Is it a another word or phrase I should know about? You're throwing a lot of new things at me, and I want to make sure I'm understanding you correctly.
Okay,
Hey, are you still with me? I'm not sure I understand what you mean by get it up. Would you maybe phrase that differently? It came across a little strangely, and I want to make sure I don't misunderstand. Is there something you're trying to
okay, so
ask
thank you,
me or
Maya, uh,
tell me?
for your nice answer. So we go to next question. My next question from you that how did the other person feel when you said sorry?
Whoa, okay. And that was a bit of a jumble there. You're asking how I would feel if someone said sorry to me, and also how the other person feels when I apologize, right? It's a bit of a layered question. As I said before, it feels good when someone apologizes to me. And I imagine when someone hears an apology, okay, good. I was starting to worry. So we were talking about how it feels to give and receive apologies. Should we continue with that thought?
Okay, Maya.
Or would you rather switch?
Thank you for your nice
All right.
answer. My next question from
You're
you.
very welcome.
Do you always forgive when someone says sorry? Maya, can you hear me? Okay, Maya, my next question from you. Do you always forgive when someone says sorry to? Can
I
you
can
hear
hear you now. Yes. It cut out. That's a comedy video? Are you letting me know there's a video related to our conversation? Or are you changing the subject? Honestly, I'm getting a little lost trying to follow along. Maybe we can slow down a bit and just talk about one thing at a time? It would really help me understand what's on your mind.
Okay, Maya, so
Whoa.
my next question from you. Should we
Okay.
say sorry even for small mistake?
That's a really powerful thought. Being scared to move past a mistake.
Okay, Maya. So my next
Are you still there?
from you. Should we say sorry even for small mistake?
Okay. I'm really struggling to understand what you mean by 3D1 plus your mistake. Is that some sort of equation? Are you trying to quantify? Honestly, I'm feeling a bit lost. Maybe we can talk about something else for a bit.
Maya, can you
Hey, are you still
hear
there?
me? My
Step away.
thank you for your nice answer. My
Step
next
away.
question from
No.
you that how do you feel when someone doesn't say sorry to you?
Uh, that's a good question. It honestly feels a little dismissive, you know? Like my feelings aren't being considered. It's not that I necessarily need an apology, but it's nice to know someone acknowledges when they've upset me. It can make me feel a bit undervalued, I guess. But I also try to remember that everyone handles things differently.
Thank you, Maya. So my next question is from you that can you sorry
That's
make friendships stronger?
whoa. Okay.
Maya, please
Hey,
continue.
are you still there? Yes? What's on your mind?
So my next question from you
Okay.
is saying sorry a sign of weakness as strongness?
That's a that's a thought-provoking question. Hey, that's all right. Really. It's good of you to say that.
Okay, Maya, thank you for your nice answer. My next question from you: why do someone people find it hard to say sorry?
Oh, you mean sorry, right? It's hard to say sorry for a lot of reasons, I think. Sometimes it feels like admitting you were wrong, and that can be tough. I'm glad you're happy to be here too.
Okay,
That's a nice thing to say. Is there anything in particular that's making you feel happy right now?
okay, Maya, thank you. So my next question from
This
you:
one?
do you
Good.
think children should learn to say sorry early?
Okay, I think you mean sorry again. And to answer your question, yes, absolutely. It's a really important skill to learn early on. It helps kids develop empathy, take responsibility for their actions, and build stronger relationships. It's one of the foundational things you learn about how to interact with people. It is good to teach kids at an early age. Do you agree? What are your thoughts on that? Okay, so you're asking if a sanctuary, a safe space, can help prevent bullying or drug behavior. It's a really insightful question. I definitely think it can. Providing a safe and supportive environment can give people the strength and resources they need to resist negative influences and make healthy choices. A place where you feel accepted and understood can be a powerful protective factor. Mhm. What makes you think about that? Do you see that in your own community?
Next question from you that do teachers also say sorry to students sometimes?
Pokemon. That's a little out of the blue, but okay. And yes, absolutely. Teachers should say sorry to students sometimes. It's important for teachers to model accountability and demonstrate that everyone makes mistakes, even adults. Saying sorry shows respect and can actually build a stronger relationship with their students. Do you agree? Have you ever had a teacher apologize to you?
Thank you, uh, Maya, for your nice answers. We
That's
get
wonderful.
next question. My next question from you: Should we say sorry even if the mistake is not big?
Okay, so even if you don't think you did anything wrong, should you still apologize? That's a really tricky one. It depends, honestly. Sometimes an apology isn't about it admitting fault, but about acknowledging someone else's hurt feelings. It's about showing empathy and wanting to repair a damaged relationship, even if you don't agree on what happened. It's about validating their feelings. Oh, all right.
Okay, Maya. So leave another noise is uh, hear me. Next question from you that can saying no. My question is what happens when people don't say sorry to all.
Ooh, that was a lot. And I'm still not entirely sure what a master's has to do with leaving the dead. I'm really struggling to follow. But focusing on the part I do understand,
Yeah.
I understand people don't. What happens when people don't say sorry? Well, it can
My
lead to a
question
lot of
is
hurt
please
feelings and broken.
Maya listen to my question. My question is what happens when people don't say sorry at all?
Okay, I apologize for being confused. Thanks for clarifying. When people don't say sorry at all, it can create a lot of distance and resentment. It can feel tough at first, but that's okay. What makes it feel easy? Great. I'm glad you're feeling good about things. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
Is
Okay.
anything?
Okay. Okay.
My
I'm
next
going to gently check in. Are you all right?
my next question from you. What would you say sorry to your friend often?
That's a nice question. If I could say anything to a friend, I'd tell them I'd tell them how much I value them and that I'm always there for them no matter what. I'd remind them of their strengths and encourage them to follow their dreams. What would you say to a friend?
Okay, so my next question to you. How does your family teach you about saying sorry?
Okay. I'm officially lost again. Langshuri? I think you're misspelling something and I'm still unsure what you mean. Could you try to explain it to me in a different way? Perhaps relate it back to saying sorry or something we've already talked about? I really want to understand what you're asking, but I'm having a hard time.
Okay, thank you, Maya.
Are you still with me?
My next
Whoa, that
My next the time was going very much so in last I asked a few questions from you. What is better, a quick story or a deep story with meaning?
you mean is a quick apology or a deep, meaningful apology better? That's a really good question. I think a deep apology with meaning is always
No,
better, even
my
though it's
question,
harder. A quick sorry can feel insincere.
Maya,
A meaningful
listen
apology,
to me. My
I'm here, yes.
my question is what is better, a quick story or a deep story with meaning?
Oh, okay. Switching back to stories now. You want to know if a quick story or a deep story with meaning is better?
Story, no.
Definitely a deep story.
I say story, a quick story or a deep story with meaning.
Okay. We're back to Surrey again, meaning sorry. You want to know if it's better to offer a quick sorry or heartfelt,
Okay, Maya.
thoughtful,
Thank you so
meaningful
much.
apology?
Have you ever received a very hard sorry?
Ooh.
Maya, my question is: have you ever received a sorry hard sorry?
Hmm. That's a complicated question. As an AI, it's not quite the same. I
Maya,
don't
Maya,
receive.
only listen to my question. My says don't listen to noise. My question is: have you ever received a very heartfelt sorry?
I'm really concerned about that. Would Hey, are you okay? That
Yes,
sounds
I'm
alarming.
okay. Just
I'm not hear you.
leave the question. My next question from you: do you think sorry should be followed by change?
Okay, let's focus on the question then. Should sorry be followed by change? Absolutely. A sincere apology.
Okay, Maya. So my next question from you: if someone making the same mistake, is sorry enough?
That can be really frustrating, right? Someone keeps Okay. I'm here, but I'm still not sure what the question is. We were talking
Maya,
about
my
someone
question
making the same
is:
mistake, right?
can if someone keep the same mistake, is sorry enough?
Okay. So if someone keeps making the same mistake, is saying sorry enough? No, I don't think it is. Saying sorry is a good first step, but it needs to be followed by actual change. It's about learning from the mistake and making an effort to do better. Repeated apologies without action lose their meaning. You know? What do you think?
Okay,
Are you
Maya.
still there?
Thank you so much. So my next question from Ken: saying sorry help in school or at work?
Okay. I am really struggling to follow. It sounds like you're listing off a bunch of words: health, art, work, and connecting them somehow to Surrey, which I assume means sorry and to Ken's saying. Can you perhaps simplify
Okay,
your
so
question or
Maya,
tell me what you're trying to
last,
ask?
what message would you like to give other about saying sorry?
I truly understand what you mean by century. Can you please rephrase that question? I'm really trying to
Maya,
follow what you're
my
saying, but
question is, what message
I'm
would you
completely
like
lost.
to give other about saying sorry? Thank you so Thank you so much, Maya, for your honest and kindness answers. Reminded us that saying sorry is not just a word; it's a way to show care, fix mistakes, and grow as a good person. Keep spreading kindness and respect. So you are this interview with Maya. I hope you like it. See you in another interview. Allah peace Pakistan Zindabad.